Why do some people work harder, learn more, even earn more, and still feel broke? Why does your stomach tighten when you open your banking app, even when you're doing everything right? And why do so many people sabotage growth the moment life starts giving them more? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Your money problem may not be about discipline, strategy, or intelligence. It may be about what your nervous system has been trained to see as safe. Because if wealth feels dangerous, if more money feels like more pressure, more judgment, more responsibility, or more guilt, then part of you will keep shrinking back to what feels familiar. That is why you can want abundance consciously and still reject it subconsciously without even realizing it. In this video, I'm going to show you why that happens, where it starts, and how to rewire it before it keeps costing you years. Most of this starts long before your first paycheck. It starts with the emotional atmosphere around money when you were a kid. Maybe nobody sat you down and said, "You should struggle financially forever." But you heard the tension, you felt the fear, you watched the silence, the arguments, the guilt, the way money changed people's energy the moment it entered the room. And your brain did what brains do best. It learned. It learned that money creates stress, that wanting more might make you selfish, that having less is somehow safer than having more. So now, even as an adult, you may undercharge, avoid looking at your numbers, hesitate when opportunities appear, or feel guilty the second you spend on yourself. This is why smart, capable people stay stuck in the same financial loop for years. Not because they're lazy, not because they're bad with money, but because the mind will always choose what feels familiar over what feels free. And until familiar changes, your results usually don't either. Now here is the first shift. Stop trying to force a new belief with language your brain does not trust. This is where a lot of people get stuck with affirmations. They say, "I am wealthy," while feeling doubt, tension, or even embarrassment inside. And instead of creating momentum, the words create friction. Your mind resists what feels false. So the answer is not bigger statements, it is believable ones. Instead of saying, "I'm great with money," say, "I'm learning to make calmer money decisions." Instead of saying, "Abundance comes easily to me," say, "I'm becoming more open to receiving, keeping, and growing money." Those are bridge statements. They take you from your old identity to a new one without triggering immediate rejection. Because real change does not start when you say the most powerful words. It starts when you repeat words your mind can actually accept. That is how a new money identity begins. Honestly, gradually, and on purpose. Small shifts repeated daily become beliefs, and beliefs become behavior. The second shift is deeper. You have to teach your body that more is safe. Because if money feels tied to pressure, conflict, rejection, or guilt, then growth will not feel exciting. It will feel threatening. And when something feels threatening, you do not move toward it consistently. You delay it, you downplay it, you sabotage it. That is why some people say they want more money, but tense up when it is time to raise prices, speak with confidence, invest, or be fully seen. So start practicing abundance as a state, not just a goal. Picture yourself checking your bank account and feeling calm. Picture yourself making clear financial decisions without panic. Picture yourself receiving more and staying grounded instead of overwhelmed. Because the goal is not just to attract more, it is to hold more. When your body stops treating expansion like danger, you stop pushing away the very thing you say you want. And that is when growth starts to feel natural, not stressful or temporary anymore. This third shift is where everything becomes real. You catch scarcity in the moment it tries to run your life. Maybe the thought is, "I can't afford that," or "There's never enough," or "Why does this always happen to me?" Or even, "If I finally get ahead, I'll probably lose it anyway." When that voice shows up, do not treat it like the truth. Treat it like a pattern. Pause for one breath. Name what is happening. This is the old programming. Then ask a better question. What would the version of me who feels safe with wealth choose right now? Not the perfect version, not the fantasy version, the grounded version. Scarcity says, I'm stuck. Abundance asks, what is still possible from here? Scarcity says, this proves I'll never change. Abundance asks, what is the next strong decision? That moment is where rewiring happens. Because every time you interrupt the old response and practice a better one, you stop memorizing fear and start rehearsing a new identity, a new standard, and a new future for yourself, starting right now. This is what changes when you do this work consistently. You stop feeling guilty for wanting more. You stop shrinking when life asks you to expand. You stop treating wealth like something meant for other people. Because the biggest shift is not in your bank account first. It is in your identity. You stop waiting for proof before you change. You change first. Then your choices get stronger. Then your standards rise. Then results catch up. So no, your wealth mindset is not broken beyond repair. It may just be running old instructions that no longer fit the life you want. Rewrite the story. Teach your body that more is safe. Interrupt scarcity when it speaks. Do that enough, and you will not think differently about money. You will become someone who moves differently around it. Tell me in the comments, what belief are you ready to leave behind? Subscribe to the Divine Abundance Code channel and like the video for mindset shifts.